your hood, man. It's hard to, avoid. As far as a collective, personalities, one section having representation, online, personalities, it's y'all. If we think about the industry in our general landscape, you guys have had the majority of the representation. My personal experience, my comrades start from being Key Rock, Corrupt, it goes on to the homie Brick Baby, Neighborhood Nip the Crip, the Keyway Christ, Big U, J Stone the homie, Pac-Man I've politicked with. So you guys kind of like had the biggest cluster that we know to grab from as far as personalities. Right now in current time, it's almost true all over again with 600, Brick Baby, Big U, yourself. Most recently, the homie Brick Cuz had some politics with your homies that bled over into a live, and they kind of like got kind of like real, you digitalize it, kind of got real, like, it was like tensions and shit was expressed, and then Brick Baby went live, apparently over there in the section later on, saying like, yeah, this is what you got any thoughts on all that? You being an individual has been responsible to exposing the world to a certain degree to a lot of the insides that they wouldn't be privy to naturally. You do it in a respectful, journalistic manner. Do you see any similarities in what they're doing versus what you do? Or do you feel like what they did definitely needs to be offline and what you do is acceptable?
Shit, you basically answered that yourself.
I didn't mean to ask it like that.
It's definitely not the way that I intended it to be or would hope for it to be. And hood politics, when you're going at each other, need to be offline.
Agreed, definitely.
It's simple to show up to an alley, a Thunderdome, or whatever, a meeting, a function, if you really want to get something off your chest. But it's a big difference, man. Them was some real generals that you named. Key to Rock, real general.
Loc, free to rock.
And homies with big reputations wouldn't handle themselves the same way the guys that we see online handling things nowadays, right? No smut on these dudes. It's different times.
Not at all. Different times. And everything is a learning process.
Everything's a learning process.
What I respect about Big Baby, he uses his terminology. He respects the pecking order. He has no problem after being fully activated and emotional coming back and say, I digress. I apologize. And I think that goes a long way with a man that's standing on shit.
Well, I get a lot of calls about the overhealed general. And a lot of people wondering, like, how does he get that title? Who gave it to him? That title's not self-made. There's a lot of dudes that came before that participated in internal mischief. And go ahead.
So are you suggesting maybe his direct assignment should be balancing your current shine and status with the whole history of what established that you standing on?
I'm suggesting that you said he's respectful to his older homies, and the older homies feel like he's putting himself on a pedestal that he didn't earn. But he in this podcasting business, he's a great personality. That's
Shout
why
out
his
to
name
Brick,
popped.
I appreciate the way you carry yourself with the podcast situation, the whole online personality, and I also appreciate the fact that he's able to have that type of static with the 60s and it be resolved without Cuz having to get fucked all the way over. Has that situation been resolved?
I have no idea.
He said it has. Only reason I'm asking you this, shout out to Brick, Nightbud. We spoke about this Tuesday on another platform, so that's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spoke on it at all.
Yeah, I don't know about it. You know what I mean? But what I do know is you see a lot of dudes in the turf that have beef with other homies. Then all of a sudden, the next day, it's no beef. So you gotta wonder, like, what's going on? Are these skits or is somebody paying somebody? Somebody giving somebody a bag to get off their back? Again, like, I'm older, homie, and
if you don't tell nobody, I ain't gonna know.
Yeah, I don't know the youngsters. Like, I don't know a lot of the youngsters. You know what I mean? And I don't know a lot of the young hood politics. So I refrain from all that. But what I'm saying is, typically, to straighten that out like that fast, and there's no fight, it's no squabble, it's no shootout, it's got to be a bag in play. But
you think that it possibly could have been a fight that was agreed not to be talked about? Cause I know the way shit go. My name, I done been in shit on the internet where my name got viral, and it seemed like it had to do something with gangs and hoods and homies, and then it get resolved, and like it never to be spoken about again. And we don't go announce to the internet what actually took place to have it all. You feel me?
Facts. That can't happen. But your question was, do I think? No, I don't
say
think.
less.
I don't think. It's just an opinion. I don't think so. But the youngsters gonna handle things the way they handle things. You know what I mean? But our hood is big, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different sections. So everybody don't always see eye to eye, and everybody don't know all the business, like you said.
Right.
They could have went in the backyard, got down, and squashed it. Who knows?
So yeah, and that's not suggesting that they did, but we can't. You never know. I respect the fact. I didn't like the way it bled over online, and I see your homies that was speaking against the homie. I respect whatever they chose to do, but I like the fact that that's all we saw. We ain't seen no more. So obviously they done thought about it, readdressed it, and they dealing with it differently too. However they gonna deal with it, they not dealing with it with like that, keeping it going. I respect that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the homies handle things in ways that are not conventional sometimes, but
Yeah, y'all got one of the coldest phrases associated with y'all section. We ain't gonna have to utter it, but yeah, y'all handle things quite uniquely, man. Love you, Crip.